Borderline personality disorder. You right there watching this video should push the boundaries of everybody you know all the time. For us individuals with BPD, this is something that comes naturally to us. We don't even know we're doing it. Norms, you should be doing the same thing. This is very important in life, and I'm going to tell you why. I, Mr. BPD, gotten a job. I am now employed again. Bake utilities at a corporation that you've all heard of.
Oh my God!
I say it every video. I need a camera, a real camera to do these videos. Make a donation to me to get a camera. You'll find a link for donations in the description of this video here. My job is to go in and get the donuts ready for the morning. I don't have to think in this job. That is the best part about it. I don't want to have to think, especially at midnight to 6 in the morning. My boss also explained to me that he did not care what I did during that shift. As long at 6 in the morning, at 6 a.m., all the donuts and stuff that they'd prepped for me to bake is on the shelf. That's it. That's all he cares about. So he says at the beginning, right? When you're dealing with employers will always be pushing your boundaries. So you got to watch out for that. This is some freebie advice I'll give you. When you get a job, watch for it. And it'll start subtle, like, oh, you want to pick up another hour? Fuck you, no, I don't. That's my boundary. That's my shift. I'm done working. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't you ever try that shit. And then they won't try that shit. Don't let them talk you into doing anything that you're not being paid for. Well, I mean, you're being paid, but, I mean, if they want me to work an extra hour, fine, I'll work that extra hour, but I want 3 times my normal pay for every additional hour I work. Not when I go into overtime. No, for this day. Because this day right here, I was told I was going to work from midnight until 6 a.m., all right? It is now 6 a.m. I've done my part, right? My part's done. Everything's on the shelf. I was going to go home, and now you're like, hey, you want to work another couple hours because we're having a cookie sale, and we need to bake all these cookies, and I don't have anyone to work the cookie sale. No, not unless you're going to pay me 3 times my normal salary for doing it. That's my boundary. You stick by your boundaries. I got there, the bakery department was a mess. I mean, a literal mess. You'd go back there, pans weren't washed. I mean, there were dishes everywhere. The floor was nasty. The prepping stations where you top donuts and other assorted baked goods was just covered in just nastiness that you knew had been there a while. I mean, it's hardened on and stuff.
Oh my God!
In case you did not know, I am a trained professional life coach. I specialize in BPD issues. If you are interested in what life coaching is all about, want to know more, whatever, want to get help with your BPD, go ahead and set up a free consultation. You can do that at my website listed there, or you can make a phone call and call it in. You can email me. All kinds of ways to get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. We'll set up a free consultation. Takes about a half hour. Let's see what Mr. BPD can do for you. My second day of work. Day number 2. A medical check-in when you arrive at work. You go, you clock in, then you go up front and you tell some person who really doesn't care that you're not sick. I ended up coughing. I had an asthma attack. I didn't have my inhaler, and they had to send me home. And then I had to go get a doctor's note. So on my second day, I got sent home, and since I had to go get a doctor's note, I got like a week off. I show back up with my doctor's note. Nobody cares about the doctor's note. Apparently, I didn't really have to go get a doctor's note, and it just happened that I didn't work again, and so, okay. Nobody thought I'd come back. they all thought I was horrible because my second day, I took off. They were all pissed off that I went home the second day. My boss was even talking to me like, I don't know if this is the right type of position for you, right? Like, he couldn't fire me for having asthma, but he's like, well, you'll have to work around a deep fryer. And I'm like, well, I'll just clean the deep fryer. So since then, I cleaned the kitchen, like I said, and did the deep fryer, blah, blah, blah. I switched it all around, so now that they all love me, right? So I took it from hating to love me again. Then I waited until 11:59 on my second week of work. Remember the first week, I only worked one day. I went home sick the second day. My second week of work, I worked 3 days, and in that 3 days, I do amazing things. Their kitchen's completely clean. Their deep fryer's awesome. Products on the shelf on time. I'm actually getting out of there early. I'm leaving at like 4:35 because I'm that quick that I'm able to get it done before I have to. Right? I'm super employee. So on the Friday of this week at 11:58, I text messaged my boss with, puking everywhere, don't know what to do, puke, puke. And that was it. And then I ignored my phone for the next 3.5 days until I had to go back to work. Finally, I checked it on the day that I had to go back to work, and the message that I had received from my boss, which should have been something like, you're fired, that's what I figured it would be, was very positive. It was, well, okay, maybe next time you could let us know a little earlier if you have the opportunity, but we'll get it handled. We hope you get better. Well, shit. So we go into week 3. Where once again, I do everything really good. But now they're trying to add on more stuff and get me to work more. They're talking about more days. And I'm trying to get fired. They're trying to give me more work. So this time, it's always Friday that I do my messed up stuff. So this Friday, and I haven't checked my phone yet because we're in the ignoring stage. And they gave me way more stuff to do. Yeah, it must have been finals day because they took every product in the store and did weird variations of every product for me to make. I think it was a test. They were just seeing what I would do. Don't test me, because if you test me, I'll test you right back. So here's what I did. I did everything perfect. Everything. To show that I could. Except the one easiest product out of all of them, the one that is a no-brainer, I completely fucked it up. I might have even caused a fire. I don't know. Because I got it all prepped up. I threw it in the oven. I jacked the oven up to about 600 degrees, and then I just left. Everything else was perfect, though. Oh, I didn't bother to clean that day either. So you give me more stuff, I'm going to burn some shit in your oven, and I'm not going to clean up. So I've ignored my phone. I will check it again when I got to go back to work. And we will see where we're at on the boundaries. Here's why you push boundaries, though. You need to know what you can get away with later on. If you find out early in a relationship what you can and cannot get away with, you know how far you can push it later. It's a real shocker if you've been friends with someone for 2 to 3 years, and then all of a sudden they freak out because you didn't push the boundaries sooner. Remember to always be pushing the boundaries and pushing them often. I would like to hear your opinions on this video and pushing boundaries. Do you push boundaries? Do you push them often? When has pushing boundaries actually not benefited you? And when has pushing boundaries let you know that you can get away with a lot more than you ever thought you could? Let me know in the comments section down below. And until next time, keep on keeping on.